Hello, everyone, and welcome to Friday morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com. Well, it's a long weekend here north of the border, and I would imagine volumes are going to be a little lighter, and certainly we're not going to have as many people watching this video on Friday morning. Of course, the U.S. markets will be open on Monday. Now, the stock index futures are up slightly in the pre-market this morning. There's no major economic numbers coming out, and while stocks are moving higher, gold is moving lower, down about $60 last time I checked. Now, looking at the week so far, we've got the VIX down. It's now back on a weekly sell signal, down over 18% on the week. The S&P 500 is up 4.54%, and that would give us a new weekly buy signal. Now, what I'm going to tell my weekly subscribers on the weekend is that if you're going to take a position right now, you want to take a half a position and then look to see if we get fall through to the upside next week. We are extremely overbought right now. And not for the whole market, but for part of the market, which has been leading the rest of the market higher. There's the NASDAQ up over 6% on the week. That's where all the energy is coming from at the moment. And then we've got the Russell 2000 up 3.54% on the week. Now, the US dollar index is up slightly on the week, so it has stopped going down for the time being. Now, the TSX is up over 2% and heading towards making new highs. It's been on quite a tear this week. And we've got crude oil up on the week, just 57 cents, while gold is down $117.40. And that is up till Thursday's close. And on Friday, we'll be heading even lower and down another $60 in the pre-market. Now, over the last couple of weeks, I've been using the Dow 30 as a tool to teach some lessons, and it's easier to work with the Dow 30 since there's only 30 stocks. Compare that to the TSX 60, the NASDAQ 100, or the S&P 500 with 500 stocks, so it's been easier to go through. Now, I was expecting the markets to get caught on the way up, and certainly the NASDAQ, the S&P 500 have broken through. The TSX, which did not fall as much, was working from above those areas of resistance, not from below them. So here's the Dow, which it has been stuck at the March highs. So it has moved up, got caught at the March highs. That was what I was expecting. There have been some great performers in the Dow 30 over the last month, including Boeing up over 32%, Disney up over 32%, and Goldman Sachs up over 21% for the month. At the same time that's been going on, Houston, we do have a problem because a large percentage of the stocks in the Dow 30 and the overall market have not performed as well and are stuck at resistance or have not been able to break through resistance. So let's take a look at that now. Of course, nothing is written in stone, and these charts are based on Thursday's trading action. And Apple, for example, could certainly continue to move higher from here. We're just looking at a snapshot based on Thursday's close, comparing these stocks to where the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ are currently trading. So Apple stuck at the bottom of the flypaper channel. No joy for Amgen. There's Caterpillar trying to break out above the March highs. There is Salesforce trying to break out above the flypaper channel. Certainly no joy there. No joy for Dow Chemical. It's been in a funk for quite a while now. Then we've got Home Depot trading into the flypaper channel. No joy for Johnson & Johnson. No joy for Merck making a new low yesterday. Then we've got Nike trading up to the flypaper channel and starting to pull away. No joy for Procter and Gamble. Certainly no joy for United Health making a new low yesterday. Then we've got Verizon, and if we look back, here we were back in the start of March, way up there, made a lower high, lower high, lower high. This isn't looking good for Verizon. We're stuck in the flypaper channel right now. Last up on this list is Walmart, and Walmart's got a nice big open gap up there, which is acting as resistance at the moment. And we see Walmart pulling back right now into the flypaper channel. So there's 14 of the 30 stocks not acting like Boeing, Disney, or Goldman Sachs. So that's almost half of the Dow 30 stocks not performing very well at the moment. Now, one of the Dow 30 stocks had a good day yesterday. That was Cisco. It ran up, hit our target, and pulled back. So congratulations if you had an order in up there. And if you're trading United Health and you had to put or you are short this stock. We ran down and traded just below the 250 level before coming back and closing near the high of the day. Now, of course, United Health is in a lot of legal problems at the moment, and those legal problems don't usually affect any of the participants in the company. It's white collar crime. This guy here was involved in the biggest health related white collar crime back in the 90s, and I think his company was fined $1.7 billion. And look what happened to him. He became the senator from Florida. So, white collar crime does pay compared to petty crime, of course, which could land you in jail. Now, looking at the U.S. most actives from yesterday's trading action, starting off with NVIDIA. NVIDIA closed slightly lower yesterday. United Health, of course, continued to plunge. Then we had Tesla. Tesla's up at our next price target of 343.75. If you had an order in up there, congratulations. Then Lucid. Lucid's looking pretty bullish here. Now, I was looking for a move out above their trading range, and we certainly are trying to do that at the moment. But look at here, we've got a series of higher lows, and we've got an open gap up here that could potentially act as a target. So Lucid's looking pretty bullish right now, but is stuck at the 273 level. There's Supermicro, which popped the other day, hit our price target of 43.75, and we closed just above that yesterday. So congratulations. Now, Foot Locker, not a stock I've ever really followed. This is Woolworths, of course, and it popped on a takeover offer, and that stock should be coming off the market in some time in the not so distant future. There we got Ford continuing to move higher on Thursday. A little pullback there for Palantir on Thursday after hitting a new high on Wednesday. We hit a new high for Amazon on back on Tuesday, and we hit our next price target of 212.50. So congratulations if you had an order in up there. Then moving on to the TSX most actives, and we had a pullback in the energy sector. We've got Enbridge down on the day. It's on a sell signal. We've got no trend changes here. So there's Manulife still holding up. There's a pullback for Whitecap, a pullback for Baytech, which could generate a sell signal on Friday with a close below $2.25. There's a pullback for Canadian Natural Resources. We've got Suncor pulling back yesterday, but still closing above the upper channel line. New high for the TD Bank on Thursday. No joy for Calibre, trading higher on the day, still on a sell signal. Then we had a pullback for Magna on Thursday. No joy for Barrick, still on a sell signal here, should be trading lower on Friday. And then we've got Cenovus pulling back on Thursday. All the energy sector pulled back. Then last up this morning, Air Canada was slightly higher on the day. It is trading up at the 1875 level right now, so congratulations if you had an order in up there. If you look back, you can see there was a gap created at the right at the end of January there. We ran up, tried to fill it in February, and so that is still acting as a potential area of resistance, and we moved right up to that on Wednesday. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. Again, it's a long weekend here in Canada. Markets will be closed. U.S. markets will be open. I'm going to do a weekend presentation. I won't be doing anything on Monday morning. And the next time you'll hear my voice on a daily basis will be on Tuesday morning. And at that time, we'll take a look at the most actively traded stocks from Monday's trading action in New York. Please have a safe and wonderful weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theyuptrend.com.